Time to taste the pho. Woo woo. Hello everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Viet vegan because I'm Viet and I'm vegan, and today I'm with Rose! Yay! So this is Rose from Cheap Lazy Vegan. I'm sure you've seen her before. She makes awesome videos about how to be cheap and lazy and vegan, and it's pretty friggin' awesome. Today I'm here on the Viet vegan to learn some Vietnamese cuisine. Yeah, so you guys have been asking me like since I started this channel to make vegan pho, and like I love pho. It's delicious, it's comforting, it reminds me of home, but it is so time consuming to make, and it's just... And I suggested it and you were like, No, I know that you guys have been asking for a while, so I figured why not have Rose on the channel and I'll show you guys this, you know, pretty staple Vietnamese recipe while she's here. I'm so excited. And we just made some bun bao, which are steamed buns that are like stuffed with goodness. We made them on my channel. So if you want this recipe and to see how we made it, and it was, you know, as in my general fashion, a total up at first. But it turned out. It turned out really well. And it tasted really good, and I want more, but I need to save myself for pho, so. All right, so for this recipe, there are a lot of ingredients. I'm gonna try and make it a lot easier for you guys and make a little bit of a hack. It's basically the same as what's on my blog, but we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna char the aromatics. And so our aromatics today are ginger, onion, and daikon. Daikon is a radish. It's kind of like a white radish. Ooh. It's very mild in flavor, but it's kind of sweet and it'll add a nice sweetness to the dish. So we're gonna char, if you have like a barbecue or a grill, this would be best. I don't have either of those, so I'm just gonna use a dry sear on this. So hopefully that should be fine. And I'm just the noob that doesn't know anything. Well, so she's going to teach me everything. I'm showing you all the things. So actually, before I get into this, I'm gonna give you a little background on the dish itself. Pho is actually a Vietnamese take on a French recipe called pot au feu. Didn't know that. So it was actually like the cheapest cuts of all the different meats because Vietnam, when it was first colonized, it was very poor. Basically, pho just takes all like the cheapest cuts of meat and they just cook it down and they infuse as much flavor as they can into the broth, and that's what makes it so good. So we're gonna make a vegan version of that by sort of mimicking the same sort of like deep flavors with caramelizing and charring these aromatics, and also using a little extra help from my good old friend mushroom seasoning or mushroom broth powder. If you guys haven't seen that before, I show the packaging in this video, so you should check it out. It's kind of an old one, but same, it's a good resource for you guys to check out as well. But we're gonna make this, it's gonna be good. It smells good already. Like I can smell the aromas. So we have a bunch of different spices, I'll get into that in a second, but first we're gonna char this stuff. You don't wanna use any oil at first because you want a dry sear on this. You wanna get as much like caramelization and like burning, if that makes sense. You wanna burn it a little bit. Okay, so we've charred the vegetables. The ginger are probably gonna charge a little bit more, but I got too impatient. But the onion is nice and charred, it's good. If you have a barbecue, it'll look better. So we have our pot going. We're gonna cook the broth now. And so this is the base of the broth, and we're gonna add 10 cups of water. So now we're gonna add this. Okay, oh my God, it's good. Let's do this. Yes. So this is going to flavor the water. Yeah. Normally, you can also add in dried mushrooms and that gives it lots of flavor, but I got really lazy and I didn't really want to do that. So we're using mushroom stock instead. Yeah. It does the job. We're gonna boil this basically for as long as we can, so about an hour. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put this on my stove over there and we're gonna prepare the mushrooms to make it kind of like meatier, to add more flavor. Okay, I have the stock pot over there boiling away. It's gonna take about an hour. Meanwhile, I'm gonna prepare the mushrooms to give the soup a little extra flavor. So we have these king oyster mushrooms that are cut up very nicely, courtesy of Lisa. If you want to see the other videos that we filmed today, I'll leave links in the corner as well as down below for you to check out. We filmed a big, not a big, but an Asian grocery haul. And also a taste test. Check those videos out first. So I'm gonna add some oil. If you don't want to use oil, then you can use water. Yeah. Oil-free cooking or oil-full cooking, up to you. We just kind of like want to caramelize the mushrooms to kind of give it an extra flavor. And when I finish with this, I'm gonna add it to the soup stock. I like that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Normally I would use, I don't know how to describe them. I think they're called shiitake mushrooms, but they're not really. They're like flower mushrooms. They're like the dried ones you get at the grocery store for like $7 a bag. And I use about 20 of those. You soak them overnight and then you kind of rinse them to get that kind of stinky flavor off, and then you cook them in the broth, and that gives it like that deep kind of depth of flavor.
Rich mushroom broth flavor. That
meaty flavor. That's what replaces like the beef flavor.
I love mushrooms.
Me too. So these guys are starting to get pretty sweaty. I'm gonna start adding in the mushroom broth powder. So I'm gonna use about like a teaspoon, and it's just gonna get soaked into the mushrooms. There are other kind of mushrooms that you can use. You can use like oyster mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms are really flavorful and really meaty. Portobello mushrooms. In my original recipe, I suggest cremini mushrooms, but like now that I've tested it more, cremini mushrooms are delicious, but they're not as like meaty flavored. So portobello mushrooms, which are like basically fully grown creminis, those would be better because they're a little bit more full-bodied in flavor. Look at that, it's getting like juicy and brown. That's gonna add lots of delicious flavor.
Getting a little sticky. Caramelization happening?
Yes. So this kind of charred action is actually what we want.
Oh, it looks so good.
All right, so this has been cooking for about an hour. Yes. It tastes quite good, but
I haven't tried.
It needs to be a little bit more full-bodied. So
that's very daikon-ish.
Yeah, so it's sweet, but that's okay. So we're gonna take out this. Now you can eat this part if you want, like the daikon. You can like slice them and then add them back into
that would be good.
The soup if you want to.
Or you can use it for a different recipe somehow.
Yeah.
Just eat it separately.
So I'm just gonna take them out. I want to keep the mushrooms though.
Oh, hell yeah. We are not getting rid of those mushrooms.
We have our broth. We left the mushrooms in because they're delicious. And we're gonna turn on the heat. We're gonna add in our kind of
fake meat.
Yeah, and our tofu. So this is the tofu that you might have seen in the grocery haul that we did on Rose's channel. If you haven't seen that yet, go watch it. And we also did this in the taste test. This is the vegan jalo, which is like a vegan sausage, and it's soy based. Actually, this is both soy based. So we're just gonna dip those in there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna round out the flavor. And normally you would use mushrooms for this and just salt, but I'm gonna just do a little hack, and we're gonna use some mushroom broth powder. So you kind of need to taste as you go. It depends on how you like it, but just basically season it until it tastes good, essentially.
This was the same powder as we used earlier when we sauteed the mushrooms. Yes. Okay. So we're adding about a tablespoon. It looks like. I think like 2 tablespoons.
Yes, 2 tablespoons.
But like she said, you can just taste and add as you go. That's how I cook.
That's how we should all cook.
Yeah.
A little bit. Oh my god, yeah.
Okay. I like the reaction.
Oh, you got it.
Very deep flavor. I like.
Okay, and now we're on to the part that makes pho. Oh my god, that tastes so good. I'm so excited.
Yay.
Okay. So the part that makes pho taste like pho is the spices. So we have here, we have some cassia bark, which is like a type of Vietnamese cinnamon. It's related to the cinnamon plant, but it's not quite the same. It's a little bit more full-bodied in flavor, and it's a little bit deeper. It's not quite as sweet.
Where can people buy this?
You can get it at any Asian grocery store. I'll have all the lists of all the ingredients down below, and in my blog post I kind of lay out like what each one is. If you can't find cassia bark, you can use cinnamon. It'll just be a little bit sweeter than using cassia bark. If you have like a spice bag, you can use that, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna put it in a sieve. So we have, normally it's a little more liquid, so it's like easier, but that's fine. So we have them kind of sitting in here. We also have some coriander seed. This is about a tablespoon. This is cardamom. Has like a spicy, sweet sort of texture and flavor. Not texture. We also have some star anise, which is kind of like a licoricey sort of flavor. And then we have clove, which is like citrusy, like deep and citrusy. So we're gonna add that all in.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
Cook the spices in it for like maybe 10 minutes. I don't know, just until it kind of tastes like the broth. So we have the noodles cooking on the side. You basically cook the noodles until they're al dente. I'm not gonna show you guys because I feel like that's relatively straightforward.
Yep, follow instructions.
Yep, so
we'll be right back.
Yep.
So here are the noodles ready to go. This is a lot of effort. I wonder you didn't want to do this video.
Yeah.
We tried the soup and it's pretty bomb.
It's legit AF,
yes.
Okay? So we have here the sausage that we put in before, the tofu and the mushrooms. We're gonna spoon those out ahead of time.
Literally drooling right now, even though I'm not even hungry.
Make sure you taste it. It'll have like a nice full body flavor. You wanna have a little bit of sweetness, umami. It's just like,
deep flavor.
so
like
good.
it shouldn't taste at all like bland. It should just have a very deep, not super salty, but kind of salty flavor. Yeah, the umami flavor.
Umami.
Yes.
Meaty.
Oh, it looks so good.
Now we add our extra things. So here we have some lime.
You can squeeze some of that lime.
Coriander, and then Thai basil. How you eat this is you take some and you just rip it up and put it inside.
Legit Viet Pho. I'm so excited.
Some bean sprouts, of course. If you want to like go,
Is this mine or yours?
this is yours.
Okay.
So we have bean sprouts. Typically, you should steam them beforehand, but I can't be bothered, so.
I like fresh though. I prefer fresh.
So you just gotta add it a little bit in, and then you squeeze some lime in. Pho simply isn't pho with a little bit of sriracha and hoisin. So we're gonna have a little doop doop in here. A little doop doop in here. So I get vegetarian hoisin sauce. So I'm just gonna add it in.
All right, taste test
I'm
time.
gonna add a little bit more broth. You want more broth?
Yes, the broth is where it's at.
That's how good soup starts. It starts with
Oh my god, the broth is so good. It's like legit. Ooh. Oh. Oh.
All right, let's give it a try. Are the noodles cooked through?
Yes, it's wonderful. I already ate it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, good job, us. We did good.
It was
Hell
all
yeah.
you, basically.
You helped a lot.
I cannot stop. The broth is seriously amazing. It's like I need to make this at home.
I don't know how you guys eat your pho, but I like to dip. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah? Okay. That was so good. Like, this is legit. If I ate this at a restaurant, I would be very happy.
Nice. All right. So the thing is, pho is very time consuming. That's the biggest issue of it. But if you take the time, if you make it, it's gonna be hella legit. So if you want my recipe, click the link down below. Also check out the video I did with Rose. It was delicious. Bun bao. It is super, super good. The filling was super delicious.
Yeah.
The dough, kind of a up, but it all worked up in the end.
It was still good.
Yeah, it was
We had
pretty
a
good.
Viet feast today.
Oh yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know you've been asking me for Vietnamese recipes for so long. I hope you enjoy
I'm
it.
glad I pushed you to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad
It's
to.
delicious.
Yeah. So like I said, if you haven't seen Rose's channel already, be sure to go to her channel, subscribe, leave some love on her channel because that's what y'all do. And
Asian recipes.
yes.
Power of the Asians.
Woo!
The Asian vegans. Thank you for watching. That was great. It's delicious. We're gonna pick out.
Oh yeah. And then we're gonna go for more food.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of embarrassing, but we're gonna do it.
Like I said, recipe down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button if you haven't already, and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a delicious day. Bye.
Should I like jump in or?
We can like pop up.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Homegirl is getting hungry again.
Sorry.
That's an option.
No.
It's just you like running back and forth to the kitchen.
Pretty much.
We're going for dinner like literally right after this. So this is really smart. We could just ask for like less courses like you said. We probably should.
I'm just gonna eat it all.
Yes, girl, get it.